All right, Matt, third fight on the main card, UFC on ESPN 7 from Washington, D.C. And listen, this one's a possible title eliminator, really, at women's bantamweight between Aspen Ladd and Yana Kunitskaya. And Matt, the record is deceiving on the sheet. You have Aspen Ladd. She's actually 8-1. That last fight, a loss. Her first one as a pro against Jermaine Durandamy, who's going to be challenging for the title at UFC 245. And, of course, she's taking on a former title challenger in Yana Kunitskaya. Her UFC debut at 145 pounds against Chris Cyborg, the main event of UFC 222. It didn't go all that well.
She fought valiantly, though.
I will say she actually had some bright spots in that fight against Chris Cyborg. I know it was a quick loss, but at the same time, there were things to capitalize on, which in her next fight against Lena Landsberg, she was really able to finally show the type of, fight that was able to make her so successful over in Invicta, former bantamweight champ there, fighting at that natural weight class here. And she's coming off a win over Marion Renault that, maybe if you look at a sheet of paper and say, hey, win over Marion Renault, that means a lot, but a lot of people were surprised that she won that fight.
It was fairly controversial. At the time, it was one of those things where Yana kind of won the first two rounds 10-9, but was the last round a 10-8, because Marion Renault busted her up. She broke her nose, hurt her orbital. Yana Kunitskaya was a mess after that fight, and that's why I'm picking Aspen Ladd. I'm kind of giving it away early, but Aspen Ladd does everything Marion Renault does, just a little bit better. She's really good ground control, really good wrestling, really good ground and pound from on top. The only thing, Renault's a little bit better at chokes, but they both finish fights on the ground is kind of the whole point.
And that Renault fight was all the way back in March of this year, whereas Aspen Ladd has fought twice. She had the one fight against Sijara Eubanks, the rematch back in May, and then, of course, the Durandamy loss later on in the summer. Matt, as far as the odds are concerned, they do favor, like you had said, Aspen Ladd. And if you really look at them, minus 155 for Ladd, you've got plus 135 for Kunitskaya. You already kind of gave your pick away, but how do you see the fight going?
My pick is going to happen on Friday, because if Aspen Ladd looks like death at the weigh-ins, I'm going to pick Yana Kunitskaya. I don't think you can do that multiple times, be able to keep on getting away with it. You can't just Kevin Lee your whole career. Now, Yana, she's big for the weight class, but she makes it not easily, but she's not on death's door by the time she makes the weight. So Aspen Ladd, I pick her. She looks good at weigh-ins. I don't pick her. She looks bad. Put it that way.
And I would agree with you there. I mean, this isn't something preconceived that we came up with.
No.
Yana Kunitskaya, same for the height, but for the reach by arm and by leg, both of those advantages go to Kunitskaya, especially with experience as well. And that's not to say that Aspen Ladd's any slouch at all. Had she won that Durandamy fight, most likely fighting Amanda Nunes at 245. But really looking forward to this fight. Like I said, possible title eliminator here. Two of the gals that are at the top of the division, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Exciting one.
UFC on ESPN 7, our 2-minute predictions here with Fight Night Picks, Matt. Let's get into it.